Now, Kellyanne Conway is a very loyal Trump supporter. She's a counselor to the White House, whatever that means, whatever job that is. She's also the drug czar, and it's actually supposed to do something about the opioid crisis. Good, yeah, nice work, Kellyanne. You don't really seem to be doing a whole lot. But hey, look, her advice is, well, instead of doing drugs, you should eat the ice cream and the French fries. You know, instead of doing the drugs. Ridiculous, right? Just say no. Just say no. Just say no. Oh, okay. Well, hey, that works out great, doesn't it? No, it doesn't. Anyway, so again, she's a loyal Trump supporter. She has been from the very start. And look, you have to be loyal to go out and say the kinds of ridiculous, stupid things that she has said on behalf of the current administration. Now, her husband, however, he's a little bit of a different story. He is, of course, a Republican, obviously, naturally. But he is, well, his latest Twitter activity has been a bit suspect. A lot of people have noticed. So some of these tweets coming out from George Conway have been very critical of the president, and also in support of the Mueller investigation. Now, on March 23rd, and this was a very interesting tweet, he retweeted CNN reporter Caitlin Conlin's tweet accusing Trump of repeatedly undermining his aides. Well, his wife happens to be one of those aides. So that's very interesting. So that's not the type of thing that you want to tweet if your wife works in the current administration. So, now, of course, when asked about her husband's tweets and the fact that he might be going rogue, Kellyanne Conway basically had a meltdown. Watch.
What is up with your husband's tweets? Your husband is a very well-respected lawyer, and he's been sending some tweets that have been critical of the administration. Just an example, in response to a tweet he saw saying President Trump's aides are reluctant to speak for him because he contradicts them later. Your husband wrote, "So true, it's absurd."
He writes a lot of things that are also supportive, and he writes a lot of things about Corgis and Philadelphia Eagles and sports, too. But the fact is, well, two things I'll say to you. Number one, that, again, that woman who lost the election, whose name I never say on TV anymore, is wrong. That women, I think she said white women, have to listen to their the men in their life to form their own political opinions. Wrong again, lady. Number two, it's fascinating to me that CNN would go there, but it's very good for the whole world to have just witnessed that it's now that it's now fair game what people's how people's spouses and significant others may differ with them. I'm really surprised, but in some ways relieved and gratified to see that. That should really be fun.
That should really be fun. I mean, you know, I can't believe CNN would do that. I can't believe you would go there. Go where? Her husband weighs in on Twitter. And so she's like, hey, what about your husband weighing in on Twitter? What do you think about that? Look, it's not like an important, hard-hitting journalistic question. But later on, she's like, look, it was all supposed to be kind of lighthearted. And then you turned it into, well, I'll show you what she turned it into. But again, this wasn't hard-hitting journalism from Dana Bash and CNN. I mean, when have you ever seen really hard-hitting journalism from CNN? But nonetheless, Kellyanne Conway, she's going to continue to play the victim here by saying, I can't believe you would do that. I can't believe you would do that. But here's the thing. This is an act. Kellyanne Conway is a con artist. And so when CNN does what is barely considered a challenge, and I wouldn't even put this in that category because this is not a challenge at all. This is like rhetorical patty cakes in a way. She gets to go out and she's like, I can't believe how victimized I am. How dare you ask me about my husband's tweets? Get over it, snowflake. I mean, seriously, do you need a safe space, Kellyanne? Are you being triggered right now? Is that what's going on? Are you being triggered by somebody asking you about your husband's tweets? Come on, man. So, look, now that she's established herself as a victim, Now she's going to basically go on a tear.
Oh, I actually, first of all, I would ask you that if you were a man and
No,
your
you
wife
wouldn't.
were 1,000% I would.
No.
And it's not
There's
about
a
that.
different
It's about questioning, publicly questioning what you are doing for a living with regard to your boss. And it has nothing to do with your gender.
And it has nothing to do with my spouse. And
right, that's why I'm just asking.
Oh no! You just brought him into this. So this ought to be fun moving forward, Dana.
Okay.
We're now going to talk about other people's spouses and significant others just because they either work in the White House or at CNN. Are we going to do that? Because you just went there.
Yes.
CNN just went there. Look, differences of opinions.
By the way, this isn't critical. I'm just asking
about. Of course it was. It was meant to harass and embarrass. But let me just tell you something.
Absolutely not.
Let me just tell you something. By definition, spouses have a difference of opinion when adultery is happening. More. By definition, spouses have a difference of opinion when one is, I don't know, draining the joint bank account to support things that maybe the other disagrees with. So this is a fascinating cross the Rubicon moment, and I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Now she does not leave it at that. Later on, she's continuing to tweet about this on Twitter. Like, I can't believe what CNN did to me earlier today. Or yesterday. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. How dare you? The whole thing was meant to embarrass and harass me. You know, it's pretty hilarious when somebody who works for Donald fucking Trump starts complaining about people being mean and harassing people. Isn't that what your boss has done? The entire time he's been in office, he has embarrassed and harassed people. No self-awareness. No, she does have self-awareness. Again, this goes back to we're the victims. It's the victim mentality. Dana Bash is harassing me. She's trying to harass me by asking me a question. No, you know what? Nobody makes you go on these shows, Kellyanne. And besides, again, corporate media. Look, again, this wasn't even a tough question. They're treating you with fucking kids' gloves. Now, if you don't have any power, well, then they go hard on you. They might actually do a really tough interview on you. But if you have power, if you're in the White House, and this all has to do with access, well then, oh no, you're gonna get this soft kid interview, and even with this, I mean, even with this super soft interview and this soft question, Kellyanne Conway still comes out looking like a victim. It's classic projection. Oh, the media. They're such bullies. They hate conservatives. They hate all of us in the White House. No. If anything, the bias is not against conservatives. Again, the media loves to bow down to conservatives. No, they actually have a bias against progressives. CNN itself, I mean, just look at the recent hit job against Jimmy Dore and other YouTubers. So, look, man, again, classic projection from Kellyanne Conway, but really, I wouldn't have expected any different. Hey, everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.